You may notice, with every word you hear, you can feel yourself becoming more deeply connected to the idea that change is not only possible, but it's already beginning to unfold in ways you might not even be fully aware of yet. As you allow yourself to feel more deeply into the words I'm saying, you may also realize the way you view challenges, the way you experience the past and the future, it can shift in subtle and powerful ways. Because sometimes, just by hearing the right words at the right time, something inside you begins to unlock, doesn't it? As you hear these words, your mind is already beginning to open up, to make space for something new, perhaps even something unexpected. As you're listening to these words, you might begin to notice what you once thought was a struggle, a battle, might now be seen in a new light, where the effort you put in is not a burden, but a step towards becoming the version of yourself that you know you can be, without effort, without pressure. It might seem surprising at first to notice how much power you truly have over how you feel, how much power you have over what you focus on, and how the small decisions you make, they can lead you to success and happiness, even in the face of all you've experienced. Perhaps you've felt at some point that trying is pointless, that opening up to opportunities, even to yourself, is just an invitation for hurt, for disappointment. And it makes sense, doesn't it? Because at some point, you are doing your best to protect yourself, to shield yourself from the pain of past experiences. But now, what if you could see every single experience, no matter how difficult, as being part of the process that's shaped you? Not as someone broken, but as someone strong enough to handle whatever comes your way. And with this realization, perhaps there's a part of you deep inside that knows it's time to let go of what no longer serves you. You might step into a new chapter of your life. You see, sometimes we hold on to thoughts, ideas and beliefs that are simply not true. Yet we hold on to them because they're familiar, and familiarity feels safe. And even though you felt disappointed, let down, or even betrayed in the past, you can now choose, yes, choose, to let go of those past patterns that don't define who you are. And in letting go of the old, you create the space for the new, the space where you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Because you already know deep down that you're capable of success, of growth, of transformation. And as you begin to relax into this, you may notice the pressure of needing to prove yourself, of needing to show others, or even yourself that you're worthy. It begins to fade. What if instead of fighting against the feeling that it's too late, or that you've already failed, you could embrace those feelings, acknowledge them, and then let them gently pass through you, as you allow new thoughts, new perspectives to take their place. It's as if each passing thought, each passing feeling, is just another layer of the onion being peeled away. And as you peel, you get closer and closer to the core of who you are, the true essence of who you've always been. Because it's interesting how the past, it no longer needs to hold so much power over you. Isn't it interesting how the future, it doesn't have to feel like an endless battle or an uphill struggle? What if, just for now, you could allow yourself to experience the future as a place filled with opportunity, with excitement, and yes, even fun? What if it could be a playful adventure, where every step forward brings you closer to who you truly are, to what you truly want? And in fact, when you start to let go of needing to prove anything, when you allow yourself to stop looking for approval from others, you may notice you naturally become more authentic, more joyful and more aligned with the true source of your power. You might start to realize that the point has always been to simply be you. Not the version of you that others expect, but the real you, the one who doesn't need validation to know their worth. So as you hear these words, let them echo inside you. Let them resonate into your very being. And notice how your thoughts and your beliefs begin to shift. Not because you're trying to make them happen, but because you're allowing them to. And with each shift, you can feel lighter, more capable, and more connected to the person you're becoming. And perhaps, just perhaps, you'll begin to realize that success and happiness, they aren't distant dreams, but very real possibilities. They're already unfolding within you right now. The path ahead, which once seemed so heavy and uncertain, is now becoming clearer, easier, and filled with possibility. Because with every word you hear, with every breath you take, you're moving closer to the version of you who doesn't need to try harder, but simply be who you truly are.